This would be a good time to ingest some extra caffeine. Late night adventures on the gridiron, and we all know anything can happen when you kick off after dark. Welcome to the home of the Tulane Green Wave, Human Stadium in New Orleans, Louisiana. As we'll see a squad from Conference USA, the Georgia Southern Eagles, taking on one of the top 5 teams in the conference, the Tulane Green Wave. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. Georgia Southern will kick it off to get things started. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. So Tulane's offense will go to work first. The age of the game-breaking tight end is here, Jesse, and we have another guy who's threatening to redefine this position.
Yeah, we've seen over the years now the evolution of the tight end position, right? It's not just blocking and catching passes. They're getting involved now in the running game. We're seeing tight ends even throw the football. David, this guy can do it all.
And why is that so difficult? Because as a defender, what do I want to play you as? Do I want to play you with an extra linebacker on the field, or do I bring in a DB? And either way, I can be wrong. The big, strong bodies that can also be receivers and also block, they make the game easy.
The defense has got to do a better job with assignment football. Somebody has to be accounting for the quarterback on these run plays. You know you're going to see it. You've seen it on film. The option play, nobody home. He just takes off. That's an easy first down pickup for the offense. Moving forward now, the defense, they've got to settle in, and they've got to start playing better when it comes to assignment football.
Tulane right back to the line. They'll run play action. He'll off one deep down the left side. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. Tulane forced to send out the punt unit. First time we've seen their punt team tonight. And the ball hits at the 3 and gets into the end zone. It'll be a touchback. So Georgia Southern's offense has its first opportunity of the day. Let's take a quick second to call out some of the impact players their coaches mentioned in meetings this week. Anything you guys heard that really resonated with you?
Yeah, I love when coaches talk about guys that bring it every single day. Like, that we can depend on them. They can get other guys lined up. They're always motivated.
Turning it on! And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the first down. He had the perfect play to open the drive, and now they'll snap it again from the 38. Pulls and throws off the RPO.
In college football, you see this a ton now. You use a quick passing game, basically as the running game. Get a few yards, get your offense ahead of the sticks, keeps it on pace for success.
The sure hands, it's Apple White. That ought to be enough to move the chains and give Georgia Southern a first down. Last completion moved the sticks, and let's see if they try it again. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Got his man downfield. They make the tackle at the 36, but they're in plus territory now with the 15-yard pickup.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them. They're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play. Back to throw, it's Hendricks. Here's a heat. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. The play action fake. And he feels the heat coming in. It burns him up. Another sack.
And I'm really impressed with the start by this defense. Like getting to the quarterback early and often. First drive, already have 2 sacks. That's a good sign for this defense.
Georgia Southern brings on the punt team. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. Excellent job on the punt. Bounces out of bounds at the 5, and they'll have 95 yards to go in front of them. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Makes the catch. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3. Wants to go up top. Fires to the big fella. Looks as if that'll be enough for a Tulane first down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. To the air on first down. Throws to the wideout. Snagged in the middle. It's Ash. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
Tulane right back to the line.
And that's why play action is going to be big in this game. You saw how it just frees the second level of that defense just for a second. It allowed the tight end to work himself vertically down the field. But how about this guy after the catch, right? So hard to bring down. What a weapon.
Nice job by this defense creating that negative play. That's what all defenses want to do. But look at this. This offense, they ain't scared. Right back on the ball, ready to run another play, ready to make this defense work.
It'll be a run on 3rd and short. Pass the sticks and still on his feet. He's got first down yardage as they move it to the 44. Wide receiver going in motion. Off the play fake on first down. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49.
And they get to the quarterback and get the sack. That's a big emphasis for this defense. They saw a week ago, this offense gave up 3 sacks. They need to get to him early and often and create some indecision. Nice job getting a sack early in this football game.
The Green Wave put itself in a mess behind the sticks here on 2nd down. Looking to fire. He's got his man across the middle. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Grabbed over the middle. It's Ash. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to...
Picked off inside the 20, and they snuff out the threat.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football, and he's starting to develop that. His 3rd interception on the season, just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
Georgia Southern has it back, ready to go to work on offense. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
The Eagles with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Looking to throw, it's Hendricks. Spits it out to the back. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit. And the Eagles come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. They're going to try to throw for it on 3rd down. Fires into traffic. It's picked off. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
And You don't see this very often. The big defensive linemen, you see these guys rush the quarterback most of the time, but how confusing is it, Paul, when it looks like they're rushing, they drop in coverage and make the big interception?
Well, I don't think that quarterback thought he could even make the play. How about the eye-hand coordination and his ability to snatch the football out of the air? I mean, that was crazy athleticism, well-deserved. That's going to make the highlight reel for sure.
Caught behind the line. It's Duke. Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over him.
And this offense gets nothing done on that play, but look at them. They're continuing to run this tempo. They want to try to do something to get a spark going to create a big play.
Tulane right back to the line. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Quickly to the flat, the wide receiver screen. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. On 4th down, they'll pass for it. Pressure coming. Trying to pick up the first out of the backfield. They drag him down, but not before he's moved the chains and the screen pass is effective. Looking to throw on 1st down. And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious.
Well, that is one the tight end is going to want to have back. He was wide open on that play. That's one he's got to make. He's got to be able to make that catch.
They just keep firing. Lets it go to the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Green Wave.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in game.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Georgia Southern has it back, and here comes the offense again. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Makes the catch. It's Stewart. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. To throw, it's Hendricks. Here's the pressure. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down. Georgia Southern brings on the punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Makes the signal, secures the fair catch, and they'll put it in play at the 37. Opening snap of this drive comes from the 38-yard line. They'll try the run. Oh, he's got some space. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be 2nd and just a few breaths away from the 1st down.
And you're seeing the offense now mix up the tempos. After a successful run, they're now going hurry up.
All right, offense, keep pushing the ball downfield.
Here's the handoff. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. He let the thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Hauls it in.
Ooh, and that was close for the offense. They try to go wide receiver screen. They're counting on that receiver beating that defender. Wasn't able to make him miss that time, but if I'm on offense, I'm going back to that play later.
Tulane comes to the line. Lots of work to do on 3rd down. Got it looking for the 1st down. He gets the job done on third down. They move the chains. It's at the 37. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Caught in the backfield, it's Ash. And after the tackle, we are headed to the end of the first quarter. Guys, the quarter comes to a close, and Tulane has the lead here. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. Rides the back and leaves it. He had to fight for a couple down to the 33. Tulane right back to the line. On third and long, try to convert through the air. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42.
And that play is going to drive the offensive coordinator crazy. Remember, in college football now, there's communication between the coordinator and the quarterback with the headsets in the helmet, and you know he was reminding his QB that time, listen, you cannot take a sack here. Remember, we're in field goal range. If nobody's open, throw it away. His QB did not listen to the advice. He takes a terrible sack, and now they're out of field goal range.
The kick is on its way. And no chance for the return man to get his hands on that one as it hops out of bounds. Georgia Southern has it back, ready to go to work on offense. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33. And this set of downs gets started from the 33, 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Quick strike complete. Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly. What will they dial up on second, and a long way to go. Dropping back, it's Hendricks. The throw to the outside is complete. Now facing a 3rd and long. He wants to throw it again. Unloads to the wideout. He's got an open man. And they get him down at the 43, but this is the kind of explosive play you want to build on.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be, because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
And you're seeing his dynamic ability to run the football that time on the option play. I know he doesn't pick up the first down, but that's still a good chunk of yardage, and the defense wasn't ready for it. Moving forward, expect the offense to go back to the option play again and see if someone will finally take the quarterback and force him to pitch it.
They're going to go right back to him on first down. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Well, the defense didn't have a lot of time to celebrate that last big play, because here's the offense right away back at the line of scrimmage. Ready?
Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39. He spent his whole career in the backfield, now 40 career sacks.
That is absolutely insane. A guy that can get to the quarterback that much. You know where he's at, Palmer. He's on the end of the line of scrimmage most of the time. You're pointing to him. There's the guy we got to make sure that doesn't make the play, and he gets to the quarterback time and time again.
There are very few players.
It's complete. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Eagles!
Yeah, and that's simple, but it's not easy. It's a go route. Like that receiver streaking straight down the outside of the field, and my job as a quarterback is to put that ball up in the air, keep it away from the safety. He does just that. Receiver comes down with the catch. Nice pitch, nice catch, touchdown.
Extra point here will tie the game. And they did tack on that extra point with no problem. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Tulane has it back in the offense, coming out to go on the attack. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
Off the play fake. Under fire. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
And I love this defense continues to get home and bring pressure. Another sack, their 3rd sack of the game. They just keep applying pressure, and it's working. Do not stop.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. He can't make the grab. It's incomplete, but there is a flag, and I believe this is going to be pass interference.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referee's caught it.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23.
Man, it didn't take long for the defense to get home on that play. You see them playing man coverage in the back end, slowing down the routes from the receivers and the rest of the offense. That forced the quarterback to have to hold on to it for just a split second longer, and they were able to get the sack.
They've already racked up big sack numbers. It's starting to snowball, and they are ready to go again. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. And the catch along the sideline will come up a little short of the 1st down. Tulane right back to the line. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Just gets rid of it before the heat. Forced to just throw it away on 3rd down, and now they face 4th. Tulane forced to send out the punt unit. Makes a nice grab at the 25. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. Georgia Southern has it back, and here comes the offense again. They tied it with a touchdown the last time they had it, and trying to complement the defense's good work by taking the lead here. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines, get it communicated, get lined up. I don't know if the quarterback read the coverage properly on that one, but obviously the result is an incompletion.
Looking for a man. It's Hendricks. Rushes on him. Finds his tight end. Doesn't quite make it to the 1st down marker. He's a yard short. The offense stays on the field. Maybe they'll try to make the defense jump. They also might try to run it ahead for 1 yard. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Georgia Southern about to snap it on another 1st and 10. That's the mindset of this entire offense. They're not going to let you off the hook just because it's 4th and 1.
And that running back, he wanted the ball, too. You could see there right after the 3rd down play, looking at his sideline, saying, give me the ball. I want to go get this. I'm going to make a play for my team. And he comes through big time.
And nice job by the defense staying glued to him. Getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football. Knowing he's a threat. I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Got a man, it's Cole. And a nice grab there, big pickup down to the 35-yard line.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. You just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now and get ready for another one.
Took a shot as he threw.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the 1st half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the 2nd half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. A strike downfield. That will be enough to move the chains and give them a first down in the red zone at the 14.
At the 14-yard line. And that's good enough for a first down.
Takes a handoff. It's Miller. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. They'll go to the ground. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. To the air, it's Hendricks. Makes the catch. And he was pushing for that goal line, but the D stopped him at the 2.
You saw the tight end on a big play there in that last 3rd down. Why not go back to him again here in the red zone? With his size and his athleticism, he is a matchup nightmare down in this area of the field.
Georgia Southern will have it now, 1st and goal. They're going to run it. And the defense stuffs the run, and the ball will remain at the 2. Got stopped on 1st down. They'll try it again from the 2. Barrels ahead. He's going for the goal line. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Eagles.
And I like the running back's vision. He sees the hole, explodes through it. He knows where the goal line is, gets in the end zone, gets 6.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. They held the ball for 15 plays on that touchdown drive and finished the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Wants to go up top on 1st down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Trying to take it back. Touchdown, Eagles. This defense making a big play and putting it in the end zone. Look, I know it's only the 2nd quarter, but we're starting to see a pretty significant gap develop between these two teams right now.
No doubt. When your defense is scoring, your offense is scoring, good things happening for your ball club. This defense on point, reading their scouting report, making big plays.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. Snags it quickly on the left. He'll step out of bounds right at the 35-yard line, and maybe they've got something cooking.
Good enough for a 1st down.
Gonna run it. It's Dobbs. And they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Back to pass. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Working on the right. And the explosiveness, the big gainer gets it to the 49-yard line. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And a 9-yard gain on 1st down leaves them with 2nd and short. They'll send the back in motion. Second down, they'll go to the air. Nothing doing downfield. He'll cut his losses and throw it away. It'll be third down. Now this offense tries to figure out a way to move the chains after the second down misfire. He gets the job done on third down. They move the chains. It's at the 37. They'll give it to him again. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Finds the fan down the middle. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Just enough time to get off one more snap. Fires deep on the run. It is incomplete, and now there are 4 seconds remaining. And they'll have to settle for a field goal try. And very important, not only to generate power, but to find his mark, a 49-yard try from the left. So they get the late field goal right before the half, and not much time after this kickoff for an answer.
And you want a touchdown, and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, who's had a better seat there in New Orleans for a fun first half than you? And it's been an absolute clinic in fundamental defensive football so far. A total standoff with both teams refusing to give an inch. And I know this new era of football is about chucking it all over the yard and just outscoring the other team. But this game is a throwback, and to be honest, it's refreshing. And with that, let's send it back to the fellas inside Yulman Stadium.
About to start here in the second half. Tulane will kick it away. He'll bring it out. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Georgia Southern has it back, ready to go to work on offense. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the third quarter.
Well, and I think defensively, you understand, like the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play more coverage to this pass-happy offense.
Yeah, so you're going to have to be ready if you're a quarterback then. You're probably going to see some different coverages. You might see a little bit more blitz in the second half as well, so you have to know where your answers are.
Back to throw, it's Hendricks. He fires to the tight end. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Georgia Southern brings on the punt team. They'll look to pin him deep. He looks it in and makes the fair catch, and they'll have it at the 32. The Tulane offense headed back onto the field.
Keep going.
Reads in, fires complete. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Working well behind the sticks on second down.
Offenses want to get the ball to their playmakers really fast, and they try to throw the wide receiver screen, but how about the defender? He was right there in his space, got him on the ground as soon as he caught it. He was ready for that play.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. On third and long, he has to throw for it. Fires to the big fella. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. Tulane forced to send out the punt unit. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. That thing was down for a while, but the big bounce carried it into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Guys, this offense will go back on the attack. Handoff from the gun. Not much there. Picks up a couple to the 22. The Eagles moving quickly to the line.
A nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you got to be prepared.
Came through like a shot and knocked him down for a loss of 5. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Oh, they're after him. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming. Georgia Southern brings on the punt team. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. Tulane has it back in the offense, coming out to go on the attack. They went 3 and out last time. Now they'll look for some plays that work. He'll keep it himself. Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39. Just had a solid pickup on 1st. Now let's see what they've got on 2nd down. Looking for a gap. It's Dobbs. Defense is there to greet him again, and they are ready, and he has found nowhere to run tonight. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. That's caught. It's Dobbs. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a 1st down. New set of downs after the completion.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come over, getting him the football, making the 1st down, and they like to do this. When they make a 1st down, they want to go fast. They want to crank up the tempo.
And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle.
And coming out in the 2nd half, this offense, they needed to establish this run game. They needed to get something going. They're losing. They've got to find a way to get a flow, to get a rhythm. And so far here to start this 2nd half, defense picking up where it left off.
And they can't make the connection on 3rd down. Tulane forced to send out the punt unit. This will be the 5th kick of the night. He'll get away another punt. He's been really active today, and no doubt he's going to earn his varsity letter. Georgia Southern has it back, and here comes the offense again. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. And he's knocked down immediately, but a good pickup on that play. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. They go to the draw. The draw draws nothing except a swarm of tacklers. He's stopped immediately. 3rd down conversion's always a huge stat, and they've got a 3rd and long from the 27. Wide receiver comes in motion. To the air, it's Hendricks. That's caught. It's Stewart. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. Georgia Southern brings on the punt team. That leg is staying loose. Already the 5th kick of the night. He'll be guided out of bounds, but not before a nifty return on that one. The Tulane offense headed back onto the field. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4. Tulane right back to the line.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the 1st half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground.
There he goes. A huge chunk play as he gets it all the way down to the 11. Here comes Tulane after picking up the 1st down. He'll do it himself. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Tulane!
Man, you've seen the evolution of the option. You've seen the evolution with scrambling quarterbacks that can run and be so dynamic and just so much to defend. The quarterback says, forget that. You defend everything, I'll take it myself. In for 6.
They'll try to get the 2-point conversion here and make it a 3-point game. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Pocket breaking down. Quarterback now breaking the field. He gets it in for the 2-point conversion, and now they trail by only 3. On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Georgia Southern has it back, ready to go to work on offense. They still have the lead, but they need to respond to that last score. Finds his man. It's Stewart. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down. To the air, it's Hendricks. Grab behind the line. It's Applewhite. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot it at the 37. The offense in hurry-up mode.
When offenses get first downs like this and they move the sticks and they get some momentum, look at what they do. They put their foot on the gas, run this no huddle, get to the line of scrimmage, and try to capitalize.
Nice pick up there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line. Offense in the hurry-up.
And I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a first down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
And the offense has a little bit of success, and what do? They push that turbo button right back on the line, ready to run another play.
Grab near the marker. It's Cole. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
That's a first down for the offense.
Give to the back. A most efficient pickup of 6 on first down. It's 2nd and 4. Georgia Southern in a hurry. Quarterback on the keeper. He showed it all there. A little elusiveness, a little power, and he's got the first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Georgia Southern.
And the running back gets his 2nd rushing touchdown of the game. You want to continue to feed this guy. You can tell he's got a nose for the end zone, knows how to get in there, knows how to make things happen.
The AT unit on the field. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And here's the return. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Tulane has it back in the offense, coming out to go on the attack. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
And you can just see the excitement this defense has every play. They're almost wishing this quarterback drops back to throw because they know they're going to get home to him. That's the 6th time they've registered a sack.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. And the pressure gets to him again. Another sack.
I think this quarterback now at this point is looking over to the sideline saying, hey, can we just not throw it anymore? I mean, my guys, they can't block for me. I've got no chance back here. We need to just run the ball from this point out.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. Quick screen to the speedster out wide. What a play by this defense, and they stop him short. It'll be 4th down. They boot it away on 4th down. They'll put a stop to that return as he gets it up to the 41-yard line. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. First snap of this drive comes from their own 41. With the catch, it's Stewart. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. And the Eagles want to crank the tempo.
On defense, man, it helps you a lot when you can be a linebacker or a corner or safety, anybody, and you see the QB throw the football. Now I can break on the football right away and limit gains like right here on this play.
They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker.
6. 3rd down coming.
Trying play action. Caught near the sticks. It's Stewart. That'll be enough for a first down as he crosses the 50 and gets it to the 48.
For the offense.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made.
The offense has a little bit of success on the ground, and they're up. Look at them. They're ready to go again, back on the line of scrimmage, ready to run another play.
And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down.
When you coming into this game, if they throw completions and get first down,
Breaks into the open. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down. The Eagles can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Stewart. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. Here comes the fourth. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. After swapping into the field, that gave him a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period. Here, pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
And I love playing man coverage on the back end, getting in those receivers' faces. Don't let them feel comfortable and run zone where they can find all these holes in the zone, and my rush can't get home. Pressure them, pressure them, pressure them.
So here we are on fourth down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. Never a doubt for this big-footed guy. 49-yard field goal is good.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
This could turn out to be a huge penalty. Thought they were going to have to settle for 3, and now the offense back on the field with a chance for more. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Back to pass, it's Hendricks. Makes the grab. He'll get it all the way down to the 8-yard line, and the defense is feeling the heat. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Off play action. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Eagles. Quick strike through the air for the score. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3.
one of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not. So being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Tulane offense headed back onto the field. A rather unproductive series last time, 3 and out, and they'll try to do better this time around. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2. Tulane right back to the line.
I like this idea by the offense going hurry up here. You just had a very nice run. Let's get back up to the line of scrimmage and go fast.
He'll pull it on the read. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
And this QB is dialed in. You've already seen the passing ability to make plays down the field. But how about this? Running the option as well. The diversity in this offense, really hard to stop, and he's having a day.
Here's a quick throw out to the left. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. To the ground with the back. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
And they get him again. This is a offense that you expect them to protect their guy. I mean, he is a dude that you know if you give him time, he's going to make plays. But this defense is making sure he's not getting that time.
Down in the 4th quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. Desperately wanted to convert on 4th down, but couldn't do it. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming. A lot of urgency for this offense.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
Pulls and fires complete. He'll come through on 3rd down as he's got enough, and they'll mark it at the 23. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. Getting work done on the ground. He's pulled down at the 14-yard line. Gets the back moving. Scanning the field, it's Hendricks. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming. They'll run the sneak for it. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 13. Georgia Southern really efficient on offense. Give to the running back. Snowed under right at the line of scrimmage for no gain on the play. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Off the bootleg, wants to toss it. Finds his big tight end. They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throw and catch. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a 1st down without scoring. 3rd down.
And David, on 3rd and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get behind.
And I know that defensively, too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran so successfully.
Looking for just 1 more yard. It's 2nd and goal. Touchdown, Georgia Southern. And the pummeling has started. You see some confidence over there as they're closing in on a Week 7 win.
Yeah, salt into wound, right? Late in the 4th quarter, you can run the football, run this game out. No, sir. I'm going to continue to pad my stats, find my receiver out wide, and give me another touchdown.
They'll try to tack 1 more on their score. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Tulane has it back in the offense, coming out to go on the attack. Caught in the backfield. It's Pineda. That kind of play will get a drive started or help your field position. They've got it at the 27. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. Pulls it and fires to the left. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. Offense gets set for second down.
Second down coming up.
Got it behind the line. It's Ash. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Green Wave trying to move the chains on 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. They're working that left side. They get him stopped and out of bounds at the 45-yard line, and the big play has this offense ready to mount a threat. Sweet cut there. He stopped just a chain link or two away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. Caught in the backfield, it's Ash. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. Past the sticks, and he may get more. Here comes Tulane after picking up the first down. Looking downfield on first down. Firing to the right, complete. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here. Clock stops, and we've reached the 2-minute timeout. This offense looking for anything to cut into this big lead. Now the play fake. Fires one high and deep. And he throws another interception, his 3rd of the night. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
Nice job by this defense. That might be the exclamation point. 4th quarter, I got a lead. You bring on the nickel defense. You know they're passing the football for plays just like that to make the INT and almost put this one away.
Opening play of this drive comes from the 12-yard line. Sends it back in motion. Trying to get the edge with a quick touch pass. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. They stop him after a short game. Probably just wanted to mitigate the losses with 4th down coming. He'll make the fair catch at the 44, and they'll have terrific field position. Oh, that was a pretty rough showing there by this team. Just couldn't find a way to get things going and come up with the win.
Just got outplayed, Reese. There were moments in this game. There were plays to be had and plays